Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Aquatic Centre here in Manchester on day 3, session 5 of the Lancashire County Championships for 2020. These championships can only take place with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers. The organisers would like to thank them for their hard work before, during and after the swimming to ensure that the events are as trouble-free as possible. Thanks also is given to the management and staff here at the Aquatic Centre in Manchester for their cooperation and support. The Aquatic Centre is a no-smoking venue, which includes the use of electronic cigarettes. And to protect the environment, we ask that all rubbish be placed in the litter bins provided, whether on poolside or in the spectators' gallery. For your safety and comfort, we advise that you do not leave any property unattended, as the centre staff will remove anything that is left unattended. For this morning's events, event 301 is the Women's Open 50 metres backstroke. 302 is the Men's Open 100 metres freestyle. 303 is the Women's Open 200 metres individual medley. And following that, we have the finals of the morning's events from event 304 to 317. In the interests of fair play, we ask that you switch off your phones or set them to silent, as if one should activate or sound at the start of the race, it may jeopardise a competitor's position. We also ask for silence and no flash photography once the swimmers have been called to their blocks. Now, once we've completed the warm-up session, we'll have a couple of minutes getting our officials on poolside, and then the event will start in earnest. So, we have 30 seconds before. Hang on. We're not ready yet. We haven't got the nod. You can't start something yet because we haven't got the nod from downstairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto poolside our team of technical officials. Okay, and our referees for today are Ruth Christian, Dave Collins, and our starters John Wafer and Kate Williamson. Officials, please take your seats. First event this morning is event 301, which is the women's open 50 metres backstroke. There are 24 heats. We've got some swings. Don't forget, if you want to shout out, you want to comment on today's proceedings or anything like that, at Swim Lancashire, hashtag LanchChamps20. We'll come through, and if we've got the time, we can read some requests out. Just ready to go. Referee. First event this morning, Heat 1, Lane 3, we've got Kate Roberts from Leyland Barracudas, Anna Luckhurst from Preston in Lane 4, Casey Worthington from Preston in Lane 5, Yasmin Papagiris from City of Salford in Lane 6. As we come down one of the flags and into the last 5 metres is going to be Katie Worthington, by the looks of it. Oh, there we go, we've got confirmation of that result. Let's move on, there we have the confirmation, and we move on to Heat 2. 2 in lane 1. Eva Webb from Stratford. Caitlin Postolacci from City of Salford. Johnny Dunn, Ormskirk. Evie Clare, City of Manchester. Gabrielle McCulloch from Aquabears in 5. Neve Mussel from Wigan Best in 6. Pippa Bay from Southport in 7. And Elizabeth Curfey from the Isle of Man in lane number 8. It's Gabrielle McCulloch from Aquabears from Evie Clare, City of Manchester. And that's confirmed as a result. We'll move on to Heat 2. Heat 3. Eva Grace Hodson from Wigan Best. Emily Davidson, Ormskirk in 2. Billy Griffiths from Crosby in 3. Antonia Johansson Ward from Ramsbottom in 4. Grace Nichols, Blackpool in 5. Ebony Thorburn from Southport in 6. Olivia Edgar from Chorley Marlins in 7. Casey Hughes from Fleetwood down here in lane number 8. It looks like lane 7, Olivia Edgar from Chorley Marlins. She's going to take it, 36.25 from Grace Nichols and Antonia Johansson Ward. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 4. So in lane 1 we've got Jessica Ball from Prescott, Mackenzie Parkinson, Wigan Best in 2, Eleanor Clark from Southport in 3, Elisa Bosland from City of Salford in 4, Isabel Holmes from Flixton in 5, Amy Coy, Ormskirk in 6, Charlotte Collinson from Carnforth in 7, and Sophia Wilson from City of Salford in lane 8. It's lane 2 and lane 7, Mackenzie Parkinson and Charlotte Collinson. Who's going to get there first? It's Charlotte Collinson from Mackenzie Parkinson. And we have that as a confirmed result as we move on to Heat 5. Just as we get Heat 5 underway, can we, swimmers who are going to marshalling, can you go round the diving pit, please? Go all the way round the diving pit and not round the back of the starting area. So if you're going through to marshalling, can you go round the back of the diving pit? Round the back of the diving pit, please, ladies. As we end Heat 5, so Caitlin Naylor, she takes it from Wigan Best, and that's confirmed as a result, 35.81. We move on to Heat 6.
6, in lane 1 is Abby Unsworth from Wigan Best. In 2, Georgia Fitton, City of Salford. Isabel Brearley from Blackpool Aquatics in 3, with Nia Stewart, City of Salford in 4. In 5 is Sadie Wilson of Preston, and 6, Megan Doherty of Leyland Barracudas. Libby Poole, City of Salford in 7, with Stretford's Lily Duke in lane 8. And as they move under the flags, it looks like lane 4, Nia Stewart, who just gets the touch ahead of Georgia Fitton. Just wait for those results to be confirmed. Move on to heat 7. Okay, heat 7 underway. Just a reminder to all swimmers, when you're making your way to marshalling, please go round the diving pit and try not to walk behind the starting blocks. So please go round the diving pit and try not to walk behind the starting blocks. Your appreciation. Thank you for all your assistance and help in that matter. So, heat 7 finishes with Maya Sturrock of Aquabears, finishing just ahead of Hannah O'Brien from Leyland Barracudas. Wait for that result to be confirmed and move on to heat 8. Heat 8, in lane 1 is Megan Wheatman from Leyland Barracudas, Lucy Linton from Blackburn in 2, Nia Morgan, Wigan Best in 3, Olivia McLeish, Wigan Best in 4, Janine Warmington, City of Salford in 5, Heidi Halewood, Leyland Barracudas in 6, Hannah Edgett from City of Manchester Aquatics in 7, and Hannah Grundy from Southport in lane number 8. And as they move under the flags, last 5 metres, it looks like lanes 5 and 6 going to the wall, and it's lane 5, Janine Warmington from City of Salford, just ahead of lane 3 from Nia Morgan. Result confirmed, heat number 9. Heat number 9, in lane 1, Rachel Roxburgh from Liverpool Penguins. Lane 2 is Lucy McKenzie from Crosby. Lane 3 is Erin McNeil from Garstang. Lane 4, Preston's Ellie Moran. Katie Lee from City of Salford in 5, with Caitlin Gibson, Bolton Metro in 6. Neve Elson, City of Manchester Aquatics in 7, and Ellie Duxbury from Bury and Elton in lane number 8. And as we move under the flags, it looks like lanes number 1, just ahead. Oh, lane 8. Ellie Duxbury from Bury and Elton, followed by Rachel Roxburgh from Liverpool Penguins. Results confirmed as we move on to heat 10. 10 in lane 1 is Grace Lackey from Leyland Barracudas, Isabella Evans from Southport in 2, Abigail Shepherd from Preston in 3, with Chloe Scott from Stretford in 4, Wigan Best, Sienna Burrows in 5, Grace Hyde from Bolton Metro in 6, Mia Kelly, Bolton Metro in 7, and Southport, Sophie Davis in lane 8. And as we move under the flags, 5 metres to go, it looks like lane number 1, Grace Lackey from Leyland Barracudas, gets a hand to the wall first, followed by lane 8. So it looks like lane 1 and lane 8 are the fast lanes in the backstroke the last couple of heats. Just wait for that result to be confirmed.
So don't forget, if you want to keep up with today's results, you've got the live stream on Swim Lancashire website, swimlancashire.org.uk/live. We've got the result from Heat 10. We move on to Heat 11. So Heat 11, Grace Holland from Preston in lane 1, Megan Smith from Southport in 2, Rachel Baldwin from Leyland Barracudas in 3, Lucy Burrows from William Best in 4, Amelia Moss from Pioneer 79 in 5, Elizabeth Braley from Blackpool Aquatics in 6, Connie Urimoff from Garston in 7, and Holly Brown down here in lane number 8 from Blackburn. As we come down into the last 5 metres, it's Connie Urimoff from Amelia Moss and Elizabeth Braley, and that's confirmed as a result. So we go on to Heat 12. In Heat 12, we've got Emily Cornell from Everton, Evie Pendlebury from City of Salford in 2, Emily Latham from Aquabears in 3, Lucy Parsons from Prescott in 4, Amy Ainsworth from Blackburn in 5, Annie O'Gagan from Burnley Bobcats in 6, Isabel Lipshot from Wigan Best in 7, and a teammate Picton. It was Lucy Parsons that took it, and that's confirmed as a result. Move on to Heat 13. Heat 13, as we're getting a little bit quicker. Sasha Robb from Carnforth in lane 1, Elizabeth Ashton from Oldham Aquatics in 2, Georgia Sheffield from City of Salford in 3, Hannah Maglin from Crosby in lane 4, Elizabeth Waring from Preston in 5. Isabel Dowd from Everton in 6. Emily Elliott, sorry, from Labour Barracudas in 7. And Mia Newton from Preston in 8. It's Isabel Dowd from Elizabeth Waring. Mia Newton. And that's confirmed as a result. And we move on to heat 14. We have Anna Healy from Prescott, Alice Valkovaya from City of Salford in 2, Lily Cummins from Wigan Best in 3, Tina Kinter, her teammate, in lane 4, Sydney King from Garston in 5, following Holgate from Burnley Bobcats in 6, lane 4 short, Bolton Metro in 7, and Jess Batty from Bolton Metro in 8, and Anna Healy. It's these outside lanes that keep taking it. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to heat 15. So lane 1 from the Isle of Man, we've got Madeline Hummus. Lane 2, Rebecca Ward from Leyland Barracudas and her teammate Poppy Elliott. In lane 3, Sophie Armitage, Blackpool Aquatics in 4, Daisy May Lewis from Flixton in 5, Neve Pryor, Bolton Metro in 6, Charlotte Howman, City of Manchester in 7, and Mila Galgani from Oldham Aquatics in lane number 8. It looks like Sophie Armitage. She might just have the edge. Goes to Charlotte Howman from Sophie Armitage. Millie Galgani. And that's confirmed as a result. We move on to heat 16.
Heat 16 in lane 1 is Ella Blundell from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2, Alice Entwistle from Clitheroe. Leyland Bars, Rosie Lindley in 3, with Southport, Eleanor Priestner in 4. Olivia Hughes, Bolton Metro in 5. Caitlin O'Brien from Blackpool Aquatics in 6. Isle of Man's, Amy Myers in 7, with Wigan Best, Hannah Lee in lane 8. As we move under the 5 metres flags, could it be the fast lanes, lane 1 and 8 again? It is. Must be where all the fast water is. Ella Blundell, Leyland Barracudas in lane 1. That's a confirmed result. 17. Heat 17, lane 1, from City of Salford is Emma Flannery, Kira Prentice from the Isle of Man in 2, Emily McSharry and Berry and Elton in 3, with Annabelle Cayley from Fleetwood in 4. Alexander Prince from Blackpool Aquatics is in 5, and Layla Morris from Wigan Best is in 6, and in 7 is Isabel Dunn from Chorley Marlins. As we move under the flags, looks like lane 3 and lane 1 together. Yep, lane 3, Emily McSharry, Berry and Elton, followed by the fast lane, lane 1, Emma Flannery. Result confirmed, heat 18. Heat 18. In 1 from Southport is Bethany Hughes, Alexander Brophy, Blackpool Aquatics in 2, Caitlin Wilson from Burnley Bobcats in 3, Carnforth's Evie Sellers in 4 with Georgia Carroll of Wigan Best in 5, Francesca Brady also of Wigan Best in 6 with Gabrielle Parker of Preston in 7 with Abigail Turner of Flixton in lane 8. And as we move under the flags, it looks like lane number 4. Just ahead, Evie Sellers from Carnforth, just ahead of Georgia Carroll from Wigan Best. Result confirmed, heat 19. Heat 19, in lane 1 is Bailey Siri from Burnley Bobcats. And it looks like it's Bailey's mum's birthday today, and that's Sam Siri, also from Burnley Bobcats. So happy birthday, Sam. Hopefully Bailey swims well for you. In 2 is Molly Moran from Carnforth. 3, Jessica Pennefold of Southport. 4, Emily Unsworth of City of Manchester. 5, Lydia Swindle from Wigan Best. Katie Rawnsley from Prescott in 7. Hattie Varley, Gwen Bobcats in 7. And Francesca Wood of City of Salford in 8. Just wait for that result to be confirmed and move on to heat 20. Heat 20. Lane 1 is Peta Chilton of Blackpool Aquatics. Natasha Ty of City of Salford in 2. In 3 is Heidi Wild of City of Salford with Clitheroe's Martha Smith in 4. Simone Ellison from Preston in 5. Francesca Cullen, Bolton Metros in 6. Prescott's Ella Roberts in 7 with Grace Whiteman-Love from Bolton Metro in lane 8. And as we move into the last 5 metres, lane 8, lane 4, lane 5, Simone Elson from Preston, followed by Martha Smith of Clitheroe. Just waiting for that to be confirmed. It is heat 21.
To the business end of proceedings today. Lane 1, Eleanor Kay, Bolton Metro, Jessica Law from Southport. In lane 2, Ruby Mills from Oldham Aquatics in 3. Tilly Copeland, City of Manchester in 4. And Catherine Waters from Preston in 5. Harriet Finn from City of Salford in 6. Sienna Rents from Crosby in 7. And Hannah Boris from Leyland Barracudas in lane 8. Ruby Mills from Oldham Aquatics, from Sienna Rents Jackson Law. That's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 22. Holly Carnes from Bolton Metro in lane 1. Sophie Hart, City of Manchester in 2. Holly White from Everton in 3. Georgiana Bott from Bolton Metro in 4. And Emily Keys, City of Salford in 5. Mia Smith from Southport in 6. Hannah Camden from the City of Salford in 7. Jessica Dealey from Prescott in lane 8. Coming down to the last 5 metres. It looks like lane 3. Holly White. She takes it 31.82 from Holly Carnes. And Georgiana Bott. Confirmation of that result. Just waiting for confirmation of the results. So live streaming on the Swim Lancashire website, swimlancashire.org.uk/live. You can get us on Twitter. It's Swim Lancashire, hashtag Lancashire 2020. Don't forget that if you want to buy any small items, or any large items, as a matter of fact, our shop down in the foyer is provided by Mail Sport, as usual. They do a damn fine job. So if you want to buy any sort of birthday presents or any sort of things you need to replace over the weekend, then Mail Sport is the place to go, down in the foyer, located just opposite the cafe. We have confirmation of the result for Heat 22, Heat 23. This penultimate heat, Ali Ade from Oldham Aquatics in 1, Leah Williams from City of Manchester in 2, Anna Williams from Preston in 3, Josephine Stevens, City of Salford in 4, Anna Hodgson, Isle of Man in 5, Lucy Turner, Burnley Bobcats in 6, Lucy Canavan, City of Manchester in 7, and Molly Warburton White from the City of Liverpool is in lane 8. At the finish, lane 4, Josephine Stevens, 31-24. Takes it from Emma Hodgson and Lucy Canavan. That's confirmed as a result. We move on to our final heat, heat 24. This our final heat. We've got in lane 1 Lisa Basagi from Bolton Metro, Amy Crompton-Hesford, Wigan Best in 2, Ruby McFarlane from City of Salford in 3, Gabrielle Melbourne-Smith from City of Liverpool in 4, Lauren Bradley-Holt, City of Salford in 5, Ella Falkingham from Southport in 6, Lily Walworth from Southport in 7, and Amarai Hock from Aquabears in lane 8. Looks like lane 5, Lauren Bradley-Holt. She takes it 31-01 from Gabrielle Melbourne-Smith and Ruby McFarlane. That is confirmed as a result. That completes event 301. As we move on to event 302, which is the men's open 100 metres freestyle. There are 23 heats. As we always do, we always start with heat number 1.
Start with heat 1, one of these days.
One of these days we'll start with a different number.
Yep.
Just for the sheer hell of it.
Just to confuse everyone. Especially the time this week. To take their place after the backstroke. We're just a few seconds away now. Just waiting for Madame Referee to get in position. So, first of 23 heats for the men's open 100 metres freestyle. In lane 2 from the Isle of Man is Harry Lee. Garston's James Fazackley in 3. Ryan Hurley in 4 from Bolton Metro. In 5 is Mason Stocks from Aquabears. City of Manchester Aquatics, Jacob Chambers is in 6, with Luke Batty from Bolton Metro in 7. In lane 7, Luke Batty turning first at the halfway point. Strong swim from Luke. Entry time of 1 minute 26. Looks like he's going to beat that time. And as he moves under the flags, I'm going to guess that's a PB. Well done, Lou. Followed in by Ryan Hurley at Bolton Metro. All swimmers in, just waiting for the result to be confirmed. Heat 2. Heat 2, in lane 1 is Albert Smith from Flixton. Lane 2 is William Grundy from Preston. Ethan McGuinness from Ramsbottom is in 3. Wigan Best, Joshua Hayes in 4. Matthew Soares from Wigan Best in 5. Gordon Ballantyne from Fleetwood in 6. With City of Manchester Aquatics, Liam Hardy in 7. And Max Pearson from Wigan Best in lane 8. And as we reach the halfway point, lane 3, Ethan McGuinness from Ramsbottom. Got about a 1 second lead. Coming up the second 50. Ethan's still ahead, and it's pretty much a straight line behind from lanes 1 through till 6. So with 15 meters to go, still lane 3, slightly ahead. Being challenged now by lane 6, Gordon Ballantyne from Fleetwood. But Ethan just holds on. We'll just wait for that result to be confirmed. There we go, lane 3, Ethan McGuinness. It's confirmed, heat 3. Heat 3. Joshua Keogh from Bolton Metro is in 1. Ollie Bottomley from City of Salford in 2. Southport's Dylan Foster in 3. With Owen Boys of Blackpool Aquatics in 4. Burden Ordeck of Prescott in 5. With Isaac Jones of Preston in 6. Caleb Waldemar in Fleetwood in 7. And in lane 8 is Jack Seddon from Bolton Metro. And come through on the Twitter. Good luck to all swimmers today, especially Southport Swimming Club and my boys Charlie Kelly and Fraser Cook. That's from Vanessa Kelly. So good luck to all the Southport swimmers. Some support on Twitter for you. And as we move through with 25 meters to go, it's very, very close. Yeah, lane 2, lane 6 and lane 8. Looks like they're just moving ahead. Lane 5 making a... Yeah, looks like lane 6, I think. Lane 6, Isaac Jones of Preston. Followed in by Ollie Bottomley of City of Salford. Just need that confirmed. Result confirmed, heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1 is Casey Delaney from Bridgefield. Lane 2, Ethan Kelly from Crosby. Lane 3, Jonathan Waters from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4 is Eric Inman from Preston. In 5 is Daniel Codaverdi from City of Salford. Lane 6, George Sutton from Southport. In 7 is Samuel Quinn from Wigan Best. And in 8 is Seth Hutchison from Preston. Lanes 2 and 3 turning together in first place. It's Ethan and Jonathan. from Crosby and Blackpool. And as we move forward with coming up to the 15-metre mark, lanes 3, 2 and 6. Going to fight it out for the first place in this heat. Lane 3 going to get there. He does, just ahead of Ethan Kelly. So Jonathan Waters just slightly ahead of Ethan Kelly. Wait for that result to be confirmed. Result confirmed, heat 5. In lane 1 is Sean Mattison from City of Salford. Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe in 2. Luke Kernan's Liverpool Penguin in 3. And in 4 we've got Oliver Parry from Oldham Aquatics. Luke Berry from Bolton Metro in 5. Teammate Kelsey Liu from Bolton Metro in 6. Also from Bolton Metro in lane 7 is Archie Dandy. In lane 8 is Thomas Hilton from Prescott. And as they turn, it's Samuel Sutcliffe. Ramsbottom in lane 2. Who's first over at the 50-metre mark. As we move past the 25-metre mark, it's very, very close between lanes 2, 3 and 6. And as we move into the flags, lane 2, Samuel Sutcliffe just slightly ahead. But two other boys coming close, and it is Samuel that gets the touch, followed by Luke and Kelsey. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed, heat number 6.
So let's get this heat 6 underway. We've got the finalists for the women's 50 backstroke. 10 and 11 years age group. We've got Neve Mussel from Wigan Best. Eleanor Clark, Southport. Evie Clare, City of Manchester. Olivia Edgar from Chorley Marlins. Gabrielle McCulloch from Aquabears. Eve Webb from Stretford. Laura David Caterino, from Oldham Aquatics, and Katie Worthington from Preston. The reserves finalists are Elizabeth Curfey from the Isle of Man and Honor Luckhurst from Preston. As we come down into the final 5 metres, it looks as though it's Peter Thompson. Maybe. It is Peter Thompson from Harvey Kinnear. And Thomas Fox from Carnforth. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to heat number 7. Twelve-year-olds age group. Charlotte Collinson from Carnforth, Olivia Ballard from Leyland Barracudas, Alice Volkovaya from City of Salford, Isabel Liptrot, Wigan Best, Hannah Lee, Wigan Best, Katie Lee from City of Salford, Lily Duke from Stretford, and Tara Mann from Preston. Reserve finalists are Mackenzie Parkinson, Wigan Best, and Sadie Wilson from Preston. 13 years age group. Leda Morris, Wigan Best, Caitlin Wilson, Burnley Bobcats, Abigail Turner, Flixton, Lisa Bazaghi from Bolton Metro, Lydia Swindle, Wigan Best, Lydia Swindle, Wigan Best, Hannah Morris, Leyland Barracudas, Grace Lackey, Leyland Barracudas, Lucy Parsons from Prescott, and Sophie Davis, the reserve finalists are Sophie Davis from Southport, and Jana Warmington from the city of Salford. As confirmation of the result of Heat 7, move on to Heat 8. Uh, 14 years age group is Georgia Carroll, Wigan Best, Tilly Copeland, City of Manchester, Sienna Rents, Crosby, Holly Carnes from Bolton Metro, Amy Crompton Hesford, Wigan Best, Anna Healy, Prescott, Jessica Pennifold from Southport, and Petter Chilton from Blackpool Aquatics. Reserve finalists are Eleanor Kay, Bolton Metro, and Francesca Brady from Wigan Best. 15 years age group, Hannah Camden, City of Salford, Amarai Hop from Aquabears, Lucy Turner, Burnley Bobcats, Ruby McFarlane, City of Salford, Georgiana Bott from Bolton Metro, Molly Moran from Carnforth, Ella Falkingham from Southport, and Evie Sellers from Carnforth. Reserve finalists Molly Warburton White from City of Liverpool, Katie Rawlsley from Prescott. As we come down into the last 5 meters, it looks like Nathan Lockett. It is Nathan Lockett, 1:01.49 from Ethan Richards and Nikolai Patera. Confirmation of that result. There we have the confirmation. Let's move on to Heat 9. Years age group, we've got Catherine Waters from Preston, Alia Day from Oldham Aquatics, Ella Williams, Preston, Lauren Bradley Holt from City of Salford, Lucy Canavan, City of Manchester, Ruby Mills from Oldham Aquatics, Jessica Dealey from Prescott, and Emily McSharry, from Bury and Elton. Reserve finalists Emily Unsworth from City of Manchester and Bailey Seary, Burnley Bobcats. And as we come down into the last 5 meters, it's Jack Hecklestone from Leyland Barracudas. He takes it 1:00.31 from Matthew Charlesworth and Arencia Sufi. And that's confirmation of the result. We'll move on to Heat 10. Heat 10 underway. We've got finalists for the 17 years and over age group. Lily Walworth, Southport, Mia Smith from Southport, Holly White from Everton, Josephine Stevens, City of Salford, Gabrielle Melbourne Smith from the City of Liverpool, Emma Hudson, Anna Mann, Sophie Hart from City of Manchester, Leah Williams, City of Manchester, reserve finalists of Jessica Law from Southport and Harriet Finn from the City of Salford, and Head coaches, team managers, you have 15 minutes to withdraw any of your swimmers from any of those finals. That's confirmed as a result. We'll move on to Heat 11.
Heat 11 in lane 1 is Tyler Maguire-Thornton from Oldham Aquatics. Joel Morley from Southport is in 2. Omar Elgeni from Carnforth in 3, with David Fletcher from Fleetwood in 4. In 5 from the Isle of Man is Thomas Curfew. In 6 from Oldham Aquatics, Jacob Bertels. Cameron Warren from Pioneer 79 in 7, and Jack Parkinson from Fleetwood in lane 8. And over first at the 50-metre mark is Jacob Bertels from Oldham Aquatics. And with 25 metres to go, Jacob still holding on to his lead. Being challenged by lane 2 from Southport, Joel Morley. As we come under the flags, it looks like lane 2 and lane 6. Who's going to get the touch? It's lane 2, Joel Morley. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Result confirmed, Heat 12. Heat 12 in lane 1 is Tyler Delaney from Bridgefield. In 2 is Adam Rusk from Prescott. Wigan Best, Charlie Collins in 3, with Jake Christen from City of Manchester Aquatics in 4. City of Salford's Miles Flanagan in 5, and Benjamin Granger from the Isle of Man in lane 6. Lane 7 is Ralph Halberton Chaplin from Fleetwood, and in 8 is Benjamin Overland from Flixton. And turning first in lane 4 at the 50-metre mark is Jake Christensen, followed by lane 8, Benjamin Overland. And we're just inside the 25-metre mark now. It looks like lane 4 and lane 8 battling it out for the first place in this heat. And as they come underneath the flags, looks like lane 4, Jake just holding off lane 8. Ooh. Lane 4, Jake Christensen, followed by lane 8. 1.00.01. Wow, that's close. Result confirmed, Heat 13. Heat 13 marks the halfway point in this event. In lane 1 is James Dudley for the Isle of Man. Lane 2, Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best. Lane 3, Joshua Latham, Aqua Bears. Alex Campbell from City of Manchester Aquatics in 4. Lane 5, Tobias Pilkington, Burnley Bobcats. Lane 6, Alexander Volkovoy from City of Salford. Matthew Tinkler, Wigan Best in 7. And Everton's Rhys Windrow in lane 8. So over first at the 50-metre mark, Alex Campbell, 28.32, followed by Joshua Latham from Aqua Bears. And as we move into the final 25 metres, it looks like lanes 3, 4, 5 in the middle. Lane 7 also making a late push. And as we come under the flags, lane 5 looks like finishing the strongest. And it is Tobias Pilkington from Burnley Bobcats. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed as per the board. Heat 14. Heat 14 in lane 1 from Everton is Patrick Donnelly. Comfort William Mead in 2 with Harry Shaw from Lancaster in 3. Bradley Snaleham, Leyland Barracudas in 4. Toby Ransom, City of Manchester Aquatics in 5. Owain Heathcock-Jones from Carnforth in 6 with Joel Pollard from Wigan Best in lane 7. Lane 8 is Alfie Jones from Stretford. Lane 2 from Carnforth, William Mead turning first, followed by Harry Shaw from Lancaster. And we move through the final 25 metres. Looks like lane 5, Toby Ransom. And lane 2, William Mead, pushing forward. And as we come under the flags, looks like lane 2, William Mead's going to hold on, and he does. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed. Heat 15. Heat 15 in lane 1 is Max Delaney from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2, Charles Kelly from Southport. Daniel Leach from Lancaster in 3. With Liverpool Penguins, Joshua Morrison in lane 4. Lewis Wong, Bolton Metro in 5. With Spencer Cragg from Burnley Bobcats in 6. Blackburn's Zach Wormsley in 7. And in lane 8 is Luca Morelli from Blackpool Aquatics. And as we move through the 50-metre mark, in lane 5, Lewis Wong takes the lead, followed by Charles Kelly in lane 2 from Southport. Through the 25-metre mark, and it's still lane 5, Lewis Wong out in front, being challenged by lane 2, Charles Kelly. And as we move underneath the flags, it looks like lane 2, Charles Kelly is just going to get his hand on the wall. He is. Just need that result confirmed. Result confirmed. Heat 16. Shout out by Paul Maxwell on the Twitter feed. Good luck to all, especially Team Blackpool Aquatics. So good luck to all the Blackpool Aquatics swimmers from Paul Maxwell on the Twitter. If you want to give a shout out, it's Lancs Champs 2020. Hashtag Lancs Champs 2020.
as we get to heat 16 underway. We've got Luke Meehan from Wigan Best in lane 1, Connor Hartley from City of Salford in 2, Ewan Blackwell from Carnforth in lane 3, Fraser Cup from Southport in 4, James Simpson from Brixton in 5, Ben Porter, Lane Barracudas in 6, from Drysdale, the Isle of Man in 7, Joshua King from Bolton Metro, down here in lane number 8. It was Fraser Cup turning in 27.43 from James Simpson. Ewan Blackwell. It's the Golden Lanes that are leading out with Fraser Cook. So it's going to be a touch. It is Fraser Cook that takes it from James Simpson. And then Vin Drysdale. 57.43. 57.49 Phil Drysdale, 58.16. We have the confirmation of that result. We move on to heat 17. From Blackpool Aquatics, we've got Cian Horan. Next to him from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 3, Oliver Tinkler, Wigan Best, Benjamin Harrison from Burnley Bobcats in 4, Caleb Griffiths, Greg Crosby, Jack Charmer, Blackpool Aquatics in 6, Cian Tevlin, Aquatics in 7, and Christopher Lockett. The City of Salford in lane 8. And it's Ben Harrison from Burnley Bobcats that just has that slight lead. Coming into the final 25. He's not going to have it all his own way. He's going to be a struggle to keep this going. He's going to be on the touch. It goes to Oliver Tinkler. He was very, very close coming in that last 5 metres. Oliver Tinkler takes it from Benjamin Harrison and Joseph Stout. Confirmation of the result. There we have it. We move on to heat 18. Oliver Sang Warmington from Blackburn. They're making from Preston. And 2, Tom Arkwright from Leyland Barracudas in 3. John Bruder from Bridgefield in 4. Ryan Coulthard, City of Manchester in 5. Sam Murphy, Blackburn in 6. Lewis Peake, Isle of Man in 7. And Christian Allen, City of Liverpool in lane 8. It was Tom Arkwright that turned first, 26.90. And he's maintained that lead. It is only half a body length. He's going to take it. 57.15 from Ben Makin. Good swim by Tom Arkwright. Ryan Coulthard takes that 3rd place. That's confirmed as a result. We move on to heat 19. Just a couple of shout-outs from our Flixton swimming team. Wishing everybody well, and also from Karen Braddock, good luck to all the swimmers from Oldham Aquatics and Orca. So that was a message from Karen Braddock. It's no, it's not at Lancs Champs, it's hashtag Lancs Champs 2020. And turning first, it's it was Luke Hoey from the city of Salford, from Dakota Ravatali, and it's going to be between these two as we come into the finish, although James Hanford, very, very close. Luke Hoey from Ben Smith, and then Francis Dyson. And that's confirmed as a result as we move on to Heat 20. This Heat 20, we've got Benjamin Havers-Strong from Preston, Alistair Stout from Flixton, Adam Tabernacle from Preston in 3, Liam Carey, Wigan Best in 4, Adam Akic, Bolt Metro in 5, Harvey Martin from Crosby in 6, Matthew Rooney from Everton in 7, and Patrick Braddock, whose mum tweeted us not just 2 seconds ago, is down in lane number 8. James Curfey has come on the Isle of Man from Libby Curfey.
All the way from the Isle of Man.
All the way from the Isle of Man.
All the way from the Isle of Man.
And it's our lanes 7 and 8. Matthew Rooney, Patrick Braddock. It's Patrick Braddock that gets it. His mum will be pleased. 55.82 from Matthew Rooney, Liam Carey. Good result for Patrick. And that's confirmed as the result when we move on to Heat 21.
Heat 21 of 23 in lane 1. From the city of Liverpool is Tyler Melbourne Smith. Toby Hill from Prescott in 2. Wigan Best, Declan Hall in 3. With Kian Marjai from Wigan in 4. Bridgefield's Tyree Smith in 5. And in 6 is Dylan Fairclough from Blackburn. City of Manchester Aquatics, Ruben Rowbottom Keating in 7. With Harvey Lowe of the Isle of Man in 8. And turning first is Kian from Wigan, followed by Tyrese from Bridgefield. And as we come under the flags with roughly about 5 meters to go, it looks like Kian in 4, followed by lanes 5 and 3. Yep, Kian, Declan and Tyrese. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. And we move on to Heat 22. In Heat 22, in lane 1, is Oliver Taylor from the city of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 2, Samuel Atkinson from Bolton Metro. Nathan Holmes in lane 3 from Preston. Lane 4, Jamie Ingram from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 5, Ewan McMurtry from the Isle of Man. 6 is Max Adams from the city of Salford. And 7, Daniel Holmes from Preston. And in lane 8 is Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth. And over first from the City of Manchester at the 50-metre mark was Jamie Ingram. Looks like Jamie's going to hold on to that lead as we come through with 15 metres to go. Chasing for the second place is Ewan from the Isle of Man. Looks like Thomas from Carnforth in lane 8. And that's your 1, 2, 3 for that heat. Once confirmed. Result confirmed. On to our final heat, number 23. Heat 23. In lane 2 is Kieran Hennessy from Ormskirk. Lane 3 is Thomas Thorpe from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 4 is Neil Wiley from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 5 is Zach Smith-Shelley from Pioneer 79. Lane 6 from the Isle of Man is Peter Allen. Lane 7 from Wigan Best, Matthew Sylvester. And in lane 8 is Anthony Wood from Blackpool Aquatics. And over first in lane 4 was Neil Wiley from the City of Manchester. And just coming up with 15 metres to go, it looks like lane 4 and lane 5. Lane 5 just edging ahead as we move towards the wall. And lane 5 gets the touch, followed by lane 4, Neil Wiley. And lane 6, Peter Allen. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. It is, and that completes event 302, which means we move swiftly on to event 303, the Women's Open 200 metres individual medley. We have 26 heats, and for a change, heat 1.
So in this, the first heat of 26.
26 heats at 200 IM.
26 event heats.
I hope the spectators are all strapped in, ready for the ride. It's going to be a roller coaster.
Plenty of time for recovery for the 100 free final.
And we know how important recovery is.
Always.
Yeah.
So in this first heat, we've got Mia Hayes from Wigan Best. In lane 3, Layla Lawrenson from Fleetwood in lane 4, and Sally Webster from Southport in lane 5. Halfway through the backstroke leg, it is Sally Webster. That's is she in Coronation Street, Sally Webster?
She was in Coronation Street.
I don't know. Her namesake, anyway. She's
well,
not,
yeah.
I mean, obviously she's not in the pool.
She's 11, and so I'm not sure.
Well, obviously she's not going to be in Coronation Street, but the thing is,
I don't know. She might be.
She might be.
She might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But to answer your first question, I believe there was a Sally Webster in Coronation Street. Oh, it's selfie time. So back to serious business on the Twitter feed. We have a message from Paul Metcalf. Swim fast, Lily Metcalf, and all of the Flixton swim team. So if you want to shout out for your team, it's hashtag LancsChamps2020. Hashtag LancsChamps2020, and we'll pass your message along.
So at the end of the breaststroke leg, it is still Sally Webster from Layla Lauritsen, and then Mia Hayes. Into the final 25 metres. It's not going to be she is going to hang on, is Sally. I thought Layla was coming back on this freestyle leg, but it isn't. It is Sally that hangs on. From Layla Lauritsen and Mia Hayes. Now we have confirmation of the time, and there we have confirmation of the result as we move on to heat number 2. Heat 2.
Sally Webster, married to Kevin Webster. Yeah, mechanic.
Do you know what?
No.
I mean, this is a bit sort of like, but I went to Orlando, and in the Hello Kitty shop there was this voice that I heard, and it was Kevin Webster, whatever his name is, you know, in real life. But the thing is that
is it not Kevin Webster?
No, it's not Kevin Webster.
No. Coronation Street's not real.
It was the Hello Kitty shop.
It was the Hello Kitty shop.
Hello Kitty shop, yeah.
There's a broader question coming here.
Well, you just got.
You're going to have to explore the Hello Kitty shop a bit more.
Anyway, to get back into the real world, in lane 2, we have Nicole Farley from Prescott, Pippa Vey from Southport in 3, Alice Holt from Wigan Best in 4, her teammate Enya Chisnell in lane 5, Eva Webb from Stretford in 6, and Eleanor Clark in 7. But at halfway, it is Pippa Vey, just from Alice Holt. But it's always the breaststroke that sorts everybody out.
It's always the breaststroke on an IM.
Always the breaststroke.
Always.
So it's now looks like Alice Holt who's come through. And she's being chased down by Enya Chisnell, Eva Webb and Eleanor Clark. As we come down into the turn. It is Pippa Vey. Sorry, it's Alice Holt, sorry, not Pippa Vey. Alice Holt, 2:18.68. From Eva Webb, Enya Chisnell. She's got a commanding lead, good 5 metres. A good swim by Alice. It looks like it might be a Wigan Best 1-2. And into the finish at 3 minutes dead-ish. Alice Holt from Enya Chisnell and Eva Webb. We have confirmation of the result as we move on to heat number 3.
So, a couple more shout-outs on the Twitter. So, Janie Clark-Burns, good luck Team Preston, especially Annan and Johnny. Hammer it. Hashtag Team Puffer Jackets.
No.
No? Okay.
Not so sure
So,
what that is.
good luck Team Preston and your Team Puffer Jackets. And Kaylee Miller, good luck to Fleetwood swimmers this weekend. Go Freya, grow Jack. So good luck to all the Fleetwood swimmers. And go Freya, go Jack from Kaylee Miller. And if you want to shout out, don't forget, it's Lancs Champs 2020. Hashtag Lancs Champs 2020.
As we come down to halfway in this third heat of the women's 200 individual medley, we have the finalists for the men's open 100 metres freestyle. 10 and 11 age group: Ryan Hurley, Bolton Metro; William Grundy, Preston; Ethan McGuinness, Ramsbottoms; Samuel Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom; Daniel Cadaveri from City of Salford; Matthew Sawyers, Wigan Best; Albert Smith, Flixton; James Fazackley from Garston; and reserve finalists of Max Pearson, Wigan Best; and Mason Stocks from Aquabears. 12 years age group: Isaac Jones, Preston; Archie Dandy, Bolton Metro; Jonathan Waters, Blackpool Aquatics; Kelsey Lute, Bolton Metro; Oliver Parrott, Oldham Aquatics; Ethan Kelly, Crosby; Seth Hutchinson from Preston; Ollie Bottomley from City of Salford. Reserve finalists of Jack Seddon, Bolton Metro; and Burden Nordic from Prescott. 13 years age group is Lewis Gilbert, Flixton; Daniel Haynes, Wigan Best; Harvey Kinnear, Preston; Zhuang Mingguo from the City of Manchester; Nikolai Patera, Southport; Luke Kernin, Liverpool Penguins; Thomas Simon, Bridgefield; and George Sutton from Southport, with reserve finalists of Emil Dawkins from Preston and Thomas Hilton from Prescott. As we have the finish of Heat 3, it is Gabrielle McGulloch from Aquabears, from Kirsten Bezic, and Grace Louise Potts. That's confirmed as a result. We move on to Heat 4.
So, a bit of a special heat, this one. A special heat. Special heat. So, in lane 4, we have Maya Smith from Burnley Bobcats.
Oh, yeah.
Now, somewhere in Northern Ireland, sitting in a cafe, eating the breakfast, cup of tea, is Maya's nan and granddad watching the live stream. So, a big hello to Maya's nan and granddad in Northern Ireland from everybody here at Manchester.
Good morning to the Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. We've reached Northern Ireland. Does that mean we are now international? Is that classed as international?
Technically, yeah.
Technically. Well, nearly as good as somebody watching us in Northern Ireland is a tweet from Twiggy. Yeah, yeah. Somebody in the timing suite has reminded me that Northern Ireland's in the UK. I know that. I'm just trying to big it up. So anyway, back to my tweet from Twiggy. So Twiggy's tweeted us, Mark. Twiggy's tweeted us, look.
Oh, Twiggy, not the Twiggy.
Well, I don't know. That looks like Twiggy to me.
All right, okay.
And Twiggy says, good luck to all swimmers competing from Aquabears today. So who'd have thought Twiggy was an Aquabears fan?
Oh, no, go Aquabears, sorry, not
Go
Twiggy.
Aquabears, yeah. Perfect recruitment. Good luck to all Barracudas from Danielle Brady, who is too poorly to be there today. And good luck to cousin Francesca Brady. So a couple of shout-outs there, and one from Northern Ireland and one from Twiggy. We're becoming famous.
I just want... we still have the finalists for the men's 100 freestyle.
Apologies.
14 years age group: Matthew Charlesworth, Blackpool Aquatics; Samuel Grimes, Wigan Best; Charles Collins, Wigan Best; Owen Heathcote Jones from Carnforth; Jake Christen from it's Christen. Do you know what? I remember that from last year. It's Jake Christen, it's not Christen.
You remember that from last year?
From last year, yeah. I've got that good of a memory. And Jack Heppelstone, Leyland Barracudas; Callum Rollin from Southport; Johnny Gibbs from Preston; reserve finalists of Joshua Walker from Swinton; and Daniel Jones from Wigan Bess. And they're the finalists for the 14 years age group of the men's 100 metres freestyle. As we come into the finish, it looks like Emily Bloxage. She looks as though she takes it as a win. And she does. From Charlotte Collinson, Emily Jackson-Smith, and that's... we confirm the result, and we have a disqualification in that heat. And the disqualification was in lane 2. No, I need to finish my finalists. 15 years age group: Max Delaney, Leyland Barracudas; Tom Arkwright, Leyland Barracudas; Liam Carey, Wigan Best; Robin Robotham Keating from City of Manchester; Tyler Melbourne Smith, City of Liverpool; Ben Horton, City of Manchester; Finn Drysdale from the Isle of Man; Lewis Wong from Bolton Metro, with reserve finalists of Joseph Stout from City of Salford and Connor Hartley, also from the City of Salford. And they were the finalists for the 15 years age group of the men's 100 metres freestyle. 16 years age group: Adam Tabernacle from Preston; Oliver Taylor, City of Manchester; Nathan Holmes from Preston; Tyrese Smith, Bridgefield; Max Adams, City of Salford; Toby Hill from Prescott; Patrick Braddock, Oldham Aquatics; and Francis Dyson, also from Oldham Aquatics, with reserve finalists of James Hanford, Leyland Barracudas; and Jamie Clayton from Burnley Bobcats. 17 years and over age group: Matthew Sylvester, Wigan Best; Peter Allen, Isle of Man; Neil Wiley, City of Manchester; Jamie Ingram, City of Manchester; Zach Smith-Shelley, Pioneer 79; Kian Majai from Wigan Best; Ewan McMurky, Isle of Man; Declan Hall from Wigan Best, and reserve finalists of Dylan Fairclough, of Blackburn, and Thomas Dugdale from Carnforth. And head coaches, team managers, you have 15 minutes in which to withdraw any of your swimmers.
So, shout out from Wigan Best. Good luck to all our Wigan Best swimmers competing this weekend at the Swim Lancashire County Championships. Swim fast, guys, and have fun. So, good luck to all the Wigan Best swimmers. from your club's Twitter feed. If you want to shout out, remember, hashtag LancsChamps2020.
As we come down into the last 15 metres, it is Emily Wade, who's just about hanging on from Lily Duke. And it was Lily that took it in that last 5 metres from Emily Wade and Sandra Kajika. Wait for the confirmation of that result. There we have it, heat 6.
And we move on to heat number 6. In event 303, the Women's Open 200 IM. Lane 1 is Georgia Fitton, City of Salford. In 2 is Harriet Rawlings from Southport. Leyland Barracudas, R.B. Myers is in 3. With Preston's Zara Mann in 4. Molly Figgins of Fleetwood is in 5. And Hannah Grundy of Southport, lane 6. And in lane 8 is Nia Stewart from the City of Salford.
Canary Islands. Now here's a fact. The Canary Islands are named after dogs, not birds. How'd you work that out?
Is a canary not a bird?
You used to take them down to mines.
Yeah.
Canary Islands. What sort of a dog is a canary?
The Canary Islands are named after dogs and not birds. I don't know about that one. Might have to investigate that one.
How about you can fit the population of the world in Los Angeles?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Apparently so.
Someone's been looking through the National Geographic, I think. So, back in the pool, we have the freestyle leg of the 200 IM, and it looks like lane 8, Nia Stewart. Lane 1, Georgia Fitton from Salford, splitting the pool. Lanes 1 and lane 8. Fast lanes this morning at Manchester, lanes 1 and lane 8. So it looks like Georgia in lane 1 just going to get the hand on the wall ahead of her teammate, Nia, in lane number 8, followed in by Zara in lane number 4. Just wait for that heat to be confirmed, and it is confirmed. Heat 7.
Heat 7.
Qualification to announce in heat 6, lane 8.
So apparently the Canary Islands K9s, dogs.
Move on to heat 7 of the 200 IM. And we have in lane 1, Mia Rowe from Burnley Bobcats. Ellie Duxbury from Bury and Elton is in 2. Lane 3, Sophia Mann, Pioneer 79. Lane 4, Hannah O'Brien from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 6 is Caitlin Maylor from Wigan Best. Lane 7, Sophie Davis from Southport. And lane 8 is Rebecca Duncan from Crosby. And at the halfway point, it's Caitlin Maylor turning first from the backstroke to the breaststroke, followed by, in lane 7, Sophie Davis from Southport.
Anyway, dogs, K9, Canaries. Apparently, it doesn't relate to here though, but the world's quietest room is at Microsoft headquarters in Washington State. That doesn't apply to here.
Only when the referee's whistle blows could
Only
it
when the
apply.
referees, yeah. Most definitely.
So, as we move down the final length of heat number 7, and it looks like Caitlin Maylor, with a good breaststroke leg, has maintained her lead, followed by, in lane 1, Mia Rowe from Burnley Bobcats. As we move into the final 5 meters, Caitlin looks like she's going to hang on for this. And lane 1 and lane 7 are now fighting out for second place. And that goes to Sophie Davis. So Sophie turned 4th after the breaststroke leg. And really fast freestyle leg to finish second. Just need that result confirmed. There it is on the board, heat 8. So, heat 8. We have in lane 1, Hallie Garrick from Blackpool Aquatics. In 2, from Bolton Metro, is Amy Morris. Eloise Barber from Garstang in 3, with Eve Horton of Wigan Best in lane 4. Grace Taylor in 5 from Bolton Metro. In 6 is Holly Carnes from Bolton Metro. And it's Crosby's Holly Cooper in lane 7. Lane 8, Lucy Whittles from City of Salford. So a very strong flying back for Holly in lane 6. As we know, the IM is all about the breaststroke. See if she can hold on up this breaststroke leg. So it looks like lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4 starting to catch that lead up. And possibly even starting to overtake. There we go with 50 to go. Lane 3, Eloise Barber. Lane 4, Eve Horton, and lane 2, Amy Morris. Managed to pull back that deficit in the breaststroke leg. And as we move back up the freestyle, 25 meters to go. Looks like lane 3, Eloise holding on to a slender lead. Lane 4, Eve Horton finishing strongly from Wigan Best. And as we move under the flags, could be lane 4. It is lane 4 by 1/100th of a second. Just need that result confirmed. Heat 9. Heat 9. In lane 1, we have Elizabeth Gregson from Fleetwood. Jessica Sunderland from Aqua Bears in lane 2. Amelia Moss from Pioneer 79 is in 3, with Rihanna Hooton from Fleetwood in lane number 4. Lane 5 is Angelina Spencer from Burnley Bobcats. In 6 is Sophie Armitage from Blackpool Aquatics. Amelia Woods from Fleetwood in 7, with Southport's Lauren Thistleton in lane number 8. So a very strong start to the race from lane 6, Sophie Armitage from Blackpool Aquatics. Opening up a couple of body lengths lead on the backstroke leg. So, as we move down the breaststroke leg, looks like Sophie holding on to a lead, but being challenged strongly by lane 2, Jessica Sunderland from Aqua Bears. We'll see who turns first. Yep, Jessica just touched ahead. And we move on to the freestyle leg. And it looks like lane 6, Sophie Armitage, has kicked on again along this freestyle leg. In fact, she's starting to pull away from the field now. And moving under the flags. She's going to have a couple of body lengths lead. She does. Lane 2, Jessica Sunderland in second, with Amelia Woods, Fleetwood in third. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. As per the board, Heat 10. Heat 10. So, following on from the quietest room in the world being in Microsoft,
Yeah.
people who are currently alive today represent only 7% of the total number of people who have ever lived. I'll let you think about that one. I'll let you think about that one. In lane 1 is Heidi Halewood from Leyland Barracudas. Alice Volkovoy from City of Salford in 2. Lily Smith, City of Manchester Aquatics in 3. Wigan Best's Millie Webber in 4. Lola Cragg, Burnley Bobcats in 5. Isabel Liptrot of Wigan Best in 6. And Lily Lampiercy from City of Salford in 7. Wigan Best's Eleanor Cross in lane 8. And it is lane 8 who's taken it out after the first 100 metres. So, 7% of the total number of people who have ever lived are alive today.
Amazing.
There's some calculations in that. You want to see my spreadsheet? Wow.
I'd like to know where you get these amazing facts from.
I just make them up. Nobody's going to challenge me on them, are they? So as we move on to the freestyle leg, and Eleanor Cross maintains advantage after the breaststroke leg. Lola Cragg in lane 5, turns second, but looks like Millie Webber from Wigan Best is now just coming off and overtaking Lola. Lane 1, Heidi Halewood putting in a challenge. As we move under the flags, it's lane 8, Eleanor Cross. The fast end lanes again, lane 1s and lane 8. Fast water today at Manchester. Fast water. And there we go. We have a result, as per the board. Heat 11.
So in this Heat 11, in lane 1 we have Ruby Swinney from Bolton Metro, Zara Dodd from Ramsbottom, Casey Mortimer from Wigan Best is in 3, Madeline Hemmes from the Isle of Man is in 4, Tiana Kinter is in 5. Robin Jacobs from City of Manchester in 6. Evie Cutter, Wigan Best in 7. And Olivia Mary Robinson from Leyland Barracudas is down here in lane number 8. It is Ruby Swinney, though, from Bolton Metro, who turned first, 33.34 at the end of the butterfly leg. But it's Robin Jacobs who takes over that honour as leader at the halfway point, 1:15.73. And Olivia Mary Robinson from Leyland Barracudas, turning second, is coming through very, very strongly down here in lane number 8. Also over in lane number 2, Zara Dodd from Ramsbottom. And she looks as though she's coming through very, very strongly. It looks as though She's going to turn first at the end of the breaststroke leg. Her and Ruby Swinney. Can she keep it going? Ruby's coming back at her. And it is Ruby Swinney that's coming through. It's these two. Evie Cutter from Wigan Best. Looks as though she might just be coming through to take that second place. Or even take the first place. It's very, very close. She does take it. It's a good freestyle leg by Evie Cutter. 2:41.90 from Ruby Swinney and Zara Dodd. And there we have confirmed as a result as we move on to Heat 12. As we come down to halfway, oh, it's very, very close between Nia Morgan and Hannah Lee, both from Wigan Best. Cara Tohill, City of Salford, returned third. As we come down into the final 15 metres of this breaststroke leg, it is Nia Morgan from Emma Gaskell. They're going to turn first and second with Poppy Elliott from Leyland Barracudas coming through into that third place. As we come down to the final 5 metres, Nia has built on that lead that she established in the breaststroke leg, and she's going to take it from Katie Lee. And then Hannah Lee. As we wait for confirmation of the result, there we have it. We'll move on to Heat 13. In lane 1 of this Heat 13. We have Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas, Isabel Evans from Southport in 2. Evie Clare, City of Manchester in 3. And Kaylee Wood from Bolton Metro in 4. Caitlin Gibson from Bolton Metro in 5. Isabel Lloyd from Wigan Best in 6. Ella Carter, Bolton Metro in 7. And Evie Sellers from Carnforth in lane number 8. It was Emily Elliott who turned first, 33.62 from Isabel Evans. And then Caitlin Gibson on the backstroke leg. And there's Isabel, who's just overtaken Emily. And she's going to turn first at halfway. With Isabel Lloyd and Emily Elliott in 2nd and 3rd place.
So we have a couple of social media posts to catch up on. And the first one is from Chair Angels, who's used the hashtag LancsChamps2020 with Go Prescott Swimming Club. And somebody else who's used hashtag LancsChamps2020 is Tiger L. And she says, good luck, Muggle Cat, and all her mates at Leyland from all your family in Scotland. So we've now reached Scotland.
And Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland, England, Scotland. I'm sure there's one missing.
If there's anybody out there in the big wide world that wants to tweet us, and we'll see if we can get the furthest point away from where we are.
Yep.
So I think that if somebody could actually tweet us.
Yep.
We have had somebody from the other side of the world, from Australia. That was last year. But anybody out there on the World Wide Web who wants to tweet us, they can do so at hashtag LancsChamps2020. Can't say that.
Easy for you to say, Mark.
And we have confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 14. And so in this Heat 14, in lane 1, we have Hannah Agiep from the City of Manchester. Grace Jackson, City of Salford, in lane 2. Kate Forshaw, Bolton Metro in 3. Hannah Morris, Leyland Barracudas in 4. Hannah Rusk from Prescott in 5. Olivia McLeish from Wigan Best in 6. Brittany McCangu from City of Salford in 7. And Eva Knox from Wigan Best down here in lane number 8. And it was Hannah Morris who turned just in front of Kate Forshaw, Bolton Metro, in lane 3 and 4. So we've got that slight arrowhead as we're coming down to halfway and onto the breaststroke leg. It is still Kate from Hannah Morris. But Hannah Rusk is coming through strongly, as is Grace Jackson on this breaststroke leg. And through the first 25, Grace Jackson is having a very, very good swim on this breaststroke leg. and has come through, but not only into first place. She's starting to pull out a good lead of at least 2 or 3 meters. She's going to turn first onto the freestyle leg. Coming back at her. Here's Hannah Rusk from Prescott. But I think Grace is going to hang on. And at the finish, it is Grace Jackson from Hannah Rusk and Kate Forshaw. And we just wait for the confirmation of that result. There we have it as we move on to Heat 15.
So Mark, you've been asked a question on the Twitter feed, hashtag LancsChamps2020, hashtag AskMark.
No. John Rawnsley, Katie's dad. Who would win a fight between a shark and a bear?
So to answer this question with a bit more confidence, we would need to know whether the fight was in water or on land.
Very true.
Blackburn Centurions have used the hashtag LancsChamps2020. Loving the swimming at LancsChamps. Come on team, Blackburn Centurions. If you want to shout out or ask any silly questions, use the hashtag LancsChamps2020.
And at halfway, it's lane 8's Isabel Williamson from Wigan Best, who's got herself about a 2 or 3 meter lead over Connie Uramoff from Garston and Georgia Sheffield. Announcement for team managers and head coaches that the start lists for the finals are now available in the coaches room. So the start lists for the finals are now available in the coaches room. As we come down in this freestyle leg, it is Isabel Williamson who just goes under the flag first from Martha Miller. And she had a very, very good third leg on the breaststroke. Came out, through into second place. And Connie Uramoff. There we have confirmation of the result as we move on to Heat 16.
As we move on to heat number 16. of 26 for the Women's Open 200 IM. Couple more shout-outs on the Twitter feed using the hashtag LanksChamps2020 from Femina Dasu. Good luck to everyone from Preston Swimming today. Swim Fast from Z. And Deborah Carroll at Swim Lancashire. Good luck, William Grundy, from your cousins, Casey, Ava, and Eddie. Both use the hashtags LankChamps2020. And in our special edition of Ask Mark, the fight between a bear and a shark would take place in the shallow end of a swimming pool. Shallow end of a swimming pool. So we'll let Mark have a think about that. And we move on to heat number 16. It looks like lane 4, Eleanor Priestner, and lane 8, Elizabeth Webster, who are going to turn first after the backstroke leg. So halfway down the breaststroke leg, still Elizabeth and Eleanor maintaining a lead, and looks like lanes number 2 and 6, which is Neve and Caris, are starting to push through on the breaststroke leg. And as we move up to the final turn, it's lane 8, Elizabeth Webster, and lane 4, Eleanor Priestner, maintaining the lead after the breaststroke from the backstroke leg. As we move up the final 25 meters of heat number 16. Looks like lane 8, Elizabeth Webster, is going to hang on, being pushed by lane 4, Eleanor Priestner from Southport, but it is Elizabeth who takes lane in lane 8, followed by Eleanor in lane 4. Just need those results to be confirmed. Result confirmed, heat 17. So glad for the parents giving us some hints and tips for some surnames. It's always welcome. Heat 17 from Blackpool Aquatics in lane 1, Ella Proctor. Samantha Harrington Crosby in lane 2. Olivia Hughes, Bolton Metro in lane 3. Lane 4 from Preston is Ella Newton. From Flixton in lane 5 is Lily Metcalf. Lane 6 from Everton is Isabel Dowd. Lane 7, Pioneer 79, is Millie Waddington. Annie Gagan from Burnley Bobcats in lane 8. So as we move down the breaststroke leg, it looks like lane 6, Isabel Dowd, who's just got a slight lead. Followed by lane 7, Millie Waddington from Pioneer 79. Lanes 5 and 4 moving up strongly. But with 50 meters to go, it is lane 6, Isabel Dowd, who's turned first onto the freestyle leg. As we move into the final 5 meters, it looks like lane 6 just going to hold on. It is lane 6, Isabel Dowd, followed by Millie Waddington and Lily Metcalf. Just need the result confirmed. Result confirmed as per the board. Heat 18. Heat 18 of the event 303, the 200 individual medley. In lane 1, Alice Entwistle from Clitheroe. Francesca Wood from City of Salford in lane 2. Ellie Hughes from Liverpool Penguins in 3. Wigan Best's Madeline Bailey in lane 4. Fleetwood's Freya Miller is in 5, with Lucy Parsons of Prescott in lane 6. Lane 7 is Alexandra Prince from Blackpool Aquatics. And in lane 8 is Jessica Miller from Preston. Turning first and after the butterfly leg is lane 1, Alice Entwistle. And as we move up the backstroke legs, it looks like lane 6, Lucy Parsons, with a strong backstroke leg, has just edged out in front. About a body length lead from lane 8, Jessica Miller from Preston. And then it's all quite close behind these girls. And we move on to the breaststroke leg. Looks like lane 4 starting to make a move on the breaststroke leg. And that's Madeline Bailey from Wigan Best. Still Lucy Parsons out in front, but it looks like Madeline's now come level with her. Also lane 7, Alexander Prince putting in a good breaststroke leg. And in fact, it is Madeline Bailey, followed by Alexander Prince and Lucy Parsons in 3rd place as we move up the freestyle leg. And it looks like lane 7, Alexander Prince from Blackpool Aquatics. Just edging ahead as we come up with about 15 meters to go. Lucy Parsons from Prescott also finishing strongly. And as we come under the flags, it will be lane 7. Alexander Prince, Lucy Parsons, Madeline Bailey. Just need that result confirmed. As per the board, Heat 19. Heat 19 of the 200 IM. We go with lane 1, Grace Hyde from Bolton Metro. Wigan Best's Lydia Swindle. In 3 is Christine Williams from Preston. Charlotte Mead of Blackburn is in 4. with lane 5, Lauren Airy of Preston. Alicia Heath of Preston in 6 with Sienna Renz of Crosby. And Jenna Cross of Preston in lane 8. So just looking at the social media, we seem to have member number 1 of the fan club has arrived. So from George Hutchinson, the guys doing the commentary poolside today are on fire. Looking forward to them getting their own podcast. Oh, don't encourage us, George. Well, thank you for your kind words. Good luck to all the Preston swimmers today. Hashtag probing questions. I think that's relating to John Rawnsley from earlier. Jude Satchel Foley has tweeted, "Go Grace Hyde, my wonderful and talented niece from Bolton Metro, swimming 200 IM, heat 19. You'd think at the time that, wouldn't you? That's how good is that? So, go Grace Hyde in lane 1. Doing really well at the moment. And then Samantha Lee, watching our gorgeous niece on the telly, Katie Lee from Salford. So, good luck to Katie Lee from Salford.
That's not the other side of the world, though.
Sadly, it's not the other side of the world.
It's just down the road.
It's Bolton, Salford, and Preston. But I'll take what we're given. I'll take what we're given. Barry Jones, shout out to all the Team Preston swimmers today. Is it me or is it hot in here? No, Barry, it's not just you. We're all very, very hot. And we'll only get hotter. So, as we move back into the swimming, it looks like lane 1, Grace Hyde. Auntie Jude is going to be very excited watching this race. And as we move under the flags, it looks like Grace is going to get the first place touch. She does. Followed by lane 8, lane 1. Followed by lane 2, followed by lane 8. Lane 1 and 8 again, really, really fast. Really fast. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Result confirmed. Heat 20.
So in this Heat 20, we've got Tahira Collins from Wigan Best in lane number 1, Caitlin O'Brien from Blackpool Aquatics in 2, Francesca Brady from Wigan Best. Oh, we haven't got nobody in lane 1. Francesca Brady, Wigan Best in 3, Chloe Shaw from Wigan Best in 4, Millie Galgani from Oldham Aquatics in 5, Isabel Dunn, Charlie Marlins in 6, Beth Hartwell from City of Manchester in 7, and Elizabeth Ashton from Oldham Aquatics in lane 8.
Shark or bear?
A what?
The audience needs to know shark or bear.
Don't know really.
Shallow end of the pool.
You wouldn't get a shark in a swimming pool anyway.
I guess it depends on what type of shark it is.
I don't care whether it's a seawater or a freshwater. You wouldn't come in a pool.
Then we're going bear.
Probably.
Okay. Bear wins. Bear beats shark. Social media, Steve Turner. Can you wish Craig Lord a happy 65th birthday from everyone at Burnley Bobcats? So there you go. Happy birthday, Craig Lord, from everybody at Burnley Bobcats.
So down this final leg, it is Chloe Shaw from Wigan Best that's got the slight lead over Beth Hartwell. She's coming back very strongly, and it's going to be down into this last 5 metres. It is Beth Hartwell that's coming through into the last 5. It's going to be Beth Hartwell, and finishing very strongly is Caitlin O'Brien. It goes to Chloe Shaw. And we have confirmation. No, we don't have confirmation. Heat 21. Nobody in lane 1 but Lisa Bazaghi from Bolton Metro is in lane 2. Kira Prentice, Isle of Man in 3. Francesca Cullen, Bolton Metro in 4. Elizabeth Brearley from Blackpool Aquatics in 5. Anna Healy from Prescott in 6. Amy White from Everton is in 7. And Bailey Seary from Burley Bobcats is down here in lane number 8. We'll just have to wait for confirmation of that last heat. Although it came up as a result, it had It had Chloe Shaw down as 2:11 and Beth Hartwell as a 2:38. But we shall see. I'm sure there'll be a correction somewhere. Coming down to the end of the breaststroke leg. It is Anna Healy from Prescott, from Elizabeth Brearley. And then Francesca Cullen. And into the finish, it is Anna Healy from Elizabeth Brearley. And then coming through into that 3rd place, Lisa Bazaghi from Bolton Metro. Good swim from her. No time confirmed for Amy White yet. There we go. We'll wait for confirmation of the result, and there we have it as we move on to Heat 22. So we do have a correction for Heat 20. It was Beth Hartwell that finished in 2:38, and Chloe Shaw finished in 2:39.37. So it was Beth Hartwell from Chloe Shaw. In this heat, Heat 22, Elizabeth Waring from Preston is in lane 1. Jessica Williamson from Wigan Best is in 2. Fiona Byrne, Ormskirk in 3. Georgiana Bott from Metro, she's in 4. Charlotte Howman, City of Manchester in 5. Emma Haynes from Wigan Best in 6. Hattie Barley is in lane 7. And Jessica Murray from the City of Salford is in lane 8. But Emma Haynes is having a very, very good breaststroke leg, as is Elizabeth Waring over in lane 1 on the far side. And as we come down into the turn, it looks as though it's going to be Elizabeth Waring. She's going to turn first. It's got Hattie Varley. No, Jessica Murray turning first from Emma Haynes, and then Elizabeth Waring. Down into the last 5 metres. It's Emma Haynes from Elizabeth Waring, and then Jessica Murray. As we wait for confirmation of that result. There we have it, and we move on to Heat 23. So over in lane 1, we have Rosie Linley from Leyland Barracudas, Mia Mason from Flixton in 2, Eleanor Kay, Bolton Metro in 3, Hannah Canty from Southport is in 4, Caitlin Wilson from Burnley Bobcats is in 5, Gabrielle Parker from Preston in 6, Tanisha Benet Smith from Bridgefield in 7, and Amy Myers from the Isle of Man is down here in lane number 8. It's Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro, who's having a good first 100 metres. And she turns first onto the breaststroke leg. But Hannah Canty is coming through very strongly. Good breaststroke from Hannah. As well as Caitlin Wilson, she's having a good breaststroke leg. As they come into the last 5 metres, into the turn. It is Hannah Canty from Caitlin Wilson and Eleanor Kay. And at the the minute, it's the race for second place that's it's very interesting. There's four swimmers. Of Caitlin Wilson, Eleanor Kay, Mia Mason and Rosie Lindley. Rosie just fading towards the end, but in the last 5 metres, coming back really strongly is Caitlin Wilson. She just runs out of pool. Otherwise, she could have got there. There's still only 1800ths of a second between them. Wait for the confirmation. There we have it. Let's move on to heat 24.
So, just an update on the social media. A couple of messages in. So, Jude Satchel Foley, yay, proud of Grace, you want a heat? Yep. Get in, she says. Hashtag Lancashire 2020. And on the Ask Mark, John Rawnsley, correct answer, bear wins shark. New question, what's the best way to kill an alligator? Hashtag Ask Mark. So we'll leave that with Mark for a little bit. Let him mull over that one. Not sure whether he'd want to kill an alligator. Obviously, we don't condone killing alligators. It's just a bit of fun.
So down halfway. It's going to be what looks like a race between Jessica Pennifold and Lily Walworth. Two Southport swimmers. They were first into the turn. It's Martha Smith. It looks as though she might just have the edge. Although in lane 4, Hannah Sheehan, Wigan Best, who is a very good breaststroker. She's going to turn first. From a sister, Olivia. As we come down into the finish, it is Hannah from Olivia. It's a Sheehan 1-2, Wigan Best 1-2. And not so sure about the result yet, but we can move on. Oh, there we oh. Oh, we have a disqualification in lane 7. So heat 24, lane 7. Let's just wait for it to come back up on the board. But it looked as though heat 24, lane 7 was disqualified. Oh, there we go. Yep. 8:24, lane 7 was disqualified. And there we have confirmation of the result. Heat 25.
As we reach the penultimate heat of event 303, which is heat 25. So just a reminder for the finalists, the finals will start immediately after heat 26 has been completed, so make sure you're down in marshalling in good time. In lane 1 for heat 25 is Jessica Smith from Wigan Best. Lane 2, Simone Elson from Preston. City of Salford with Lauren Bradley Holt in 3 and Ella Bloxage in 4. Lane 5 is Leah Williams from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lucy Dixon, lane 6 from the City of Salford. Molly Warburton-White in 7 from the City of Liverpool. And in lane 8 from Prescott is Katie Rawnsley. So a strong fly and backstroke leg from lane 7. Molly Warburton-White, followed by Jessica Smith into the breaststroke leg. Looks like lane 4, Ella Bloxage, starting to move ahead on this breaststroke leg, followed by lane 5, Leah Williams. I think lane 7, our early leader, Molly Warburton-White. Looks like she'll be turning in 3rd. And as we move off the final 50, and our current leader, Ella Bloxage, with 25 meters to swim. And as she moves under the flags with 5 meters to go, it's lane number 4, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford. And in 2nd place was lane 8, Katie Rawnsley from Prescott. And in 3rd place, Lucy Dixon from City of Salford. Result confirmed, heat 26. Heat 26, and we have in lane 1 is Madison Wrens from Crosby. Lane 2 is Rachel Hornby from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Jennifer Green from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Jessica Morgan from Southport. Lane 5, Lucy Canavan from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 6, Erin Hoyland from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 7 is Megan Lever from City of Manchester Aquatics. And in lane 8 from Southport is Victoria Dawson. for the final heat. As we move under the flags, it's lane 4, Jessica Morgan from Southport. Followed in by lane 3, that's Jennifer Green. And in third place in that heat was Rachel Hornby from Wigan Best. Just need to wait for the result to be confirmed. Result confirmed, and that completes event 303.
That brings us to the end of our last events for this morning. The next event is event 304, which is the men's 10 and 11 years 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1, from Bolton Metro, Ryan Hurley. Lane 2, from Preston, William Grundy. Lane 3, from Ramsbottom, Ethan McGuinness. Lane 4, also from Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe. Lane 5, from the city of Salford, Daniel Cadaverde. Lane 6, from Wigan Best, Matthew Sawyers. Lane 7, from Flixton, Albert Smith. And in lane 8, from Garston, James Fazackley. And they're your finalists for the men's 10 and 11 years 100 metres freestyle final. Down the first 25. It's Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. And he turns for 30.54. Has he gone out too fast? Will he hang on? Through 75. He is hanging on. It is still Samuel Sutcliffe from Daniel Cadaverde. And as they come under the flags, it is Samuel Sutcliffe from Daniel Cadaverde. And then third goes to Ethan McGuinness. First and third for Ramsbottom. We'll just wait for the confirmation of that result. And there we have the confirmation as we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 12 years 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1, from Preston, Isaac Jones. Lane 2, from Bolton Metro, Archie Dandy. Lane 3, from Blackpool Aquatics, Jonathan Waters. Lane 4, from Bolton Metro, Kelsey Liu. Lane 5, from Oldham Aquatics, Oliver Parry. Lane 6, from Crosby, Ethan Kelly. Lane 7 from Preston, Seth Hutchinson. And in lane 8 from City of Salford, Ollie Bottomley. And they're your finalists for the men's 12 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Through the first 25, it's Kelsey Liu that looks as though he might just have the edge, although it is quite close right across the pool. There's no definite leader as yet. Kelsey turning in 30.16 from Jonathan Waters and Oliver Parry. And he is just edging out. Can he hang on through 75 metres? It is Kelsey Liu. And Oliver Parry. It looks as though Kelsey's going to get it. Kelsey gets the touch from Oliver Parry. Oh, and then third place goes to Jonathan Waters. As we wait for the confirmation, and there we have the confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 13 years 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1 from Flixton, Lewis Gilbert. Lane 2 from Wigan Best, Daniel Haynes. Lane 3 from Preston, Harvey Kinnear. Lane 4 from the City of Manchester, Zhuang Minghua. Lane 5 from Southport, Nikolai Patera. Lane 6 from Liverpool Penguins, Luke Kernin. Lane 7 from Bridgefield, Thomas Simon. And in lane 8 from Southport, George Sutton. And they're your finalists of the men's 13 years 100 metres freestyle final. It's Zhuang Minghua from City of Manchester that looks as though he just might have the edge in lane 4. And followed closely by Nikolai Patera. And then Harvey Kinnear. So turning in onto that magical 30 seconds at 29.45. And he looks as though he's pulling away. Through 75 metres, it is Zhuang Minghua from the City of Manchester. And he's got a body length lead now over Nikolai Patera and Harvey Kinnear. It is Zhuang Ming from Nikolai, from Harvey Kinnear. And we wait for confirmation of that result. And there we have it. And we move on to our next final, which is the men's 14 years 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew Charlesworth. Lane 2 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. Lane 3 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. Lane 4 from Carnforth, Owen Heathcote Jones. Lane 5 from City of Manchester, Jake Christon. Lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas, Jack Heppelstone. Lane 7 from Southport, Callum Rollin. And in lane 8 from Preston, Johnny Gibbs. And they're your finalists for the men's 14 years 100 metres freestyle final. to the last 15 of this first 50. It's very close. Owen Heathcote Jones from Jake Christon and Charlie Collins. But even through the turn, it's still very, very close. Only a couple of hundredths of a second separate them. This is going to go down to the last 5 meters. As Owen looks as though he's just about got an arm's length. It is going to be Owen Heathcote Jones from Charlie Collins and Jake Christon. Both on a photo finish. And there we have confirmation of that result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 15 years, 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1 from Leyland Barracudas, Max Delaney. Lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas, Tom Arkwright. Lane 3 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 4 from the City of Manchester, Ruben Robotham Keating. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Tyler Melbourne Smith. Lane 6 from the City of Manchester, Ben Horton. Lane 7 from the Isle of Man, Finn Drysdale. And in lane 8 from Bolton Metro, Lewis Wong. And there are your finalists for the men's 15 years, 100 metres freestyle final. As with the last heat, it's very, very close. Looks like Tom Arkwright in lane 2 might just have an edge. It's not, it's Ruben Robotham Keating from City of Manchester, from Tyler Melbourne Smith, and then Tom Arkwright. And coming through 75 metres, it is Ruben that's just managed to get half a body length lead over Liam Carey. Tyler Melbourne Smith. It is going to be Ruben. He's going to be very close for that second place. It is Tyler Melbourne Smith from Liam Carey. 54.74. Ruben, and that's confirmation of that result. Now we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 16 years, 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1 from Preston, Adam Tabernacle. In lane 2 from the City of Manchester, Oliver Taylor. Lane 3 from Preston, Nathan Holmes. Lane 4 from Bridgefield, Tyree Smith. Lane 5 from City of Salford, Max Adams. Lane 6 from Prescott, Toby Hill. Lane 7 from Oldham Aquatics, Patrick Braddock. And in lane 8, also from Oldham Aquatics, Francis Dyson. And they're your finalists for the men's 16 years, 100 metres freestyle final. As we go through the turn, Nathan Holmes from Tyree Smith from Max Adams. very, very close, and through 75, it's still anybody's race. It's going to be between Tyrese, Nathan. It looks as though Tyrese is coming through under the flags. It's going to be Tyrese Smith from Max Adams, from Nathan Holmes. It's gone Nathan Holmes, Max Adams, and we have confirmation of the result. As we move on to our next final, which is for the men's 17 years and over 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 1, from Carnforth, Thomas Dugdale. Lane 2, from Wigan Best, Matthew Sylvester. Lane 3, from the Isle of Man, Peter Allen. Lane 4, from Pioneer, Zach Smith-Shelley. Lane 5, from the City of Manchester, Neil Wiley. Lane 6, from the Isle of Man, Ewan McMurky. And in lane 7, from Wigan Best, Declan Hall. They're your finalists for the men's 17 years and over 100 metres freestyle final. Down the turn, it looks as though it's Neil Wiley, 24.42 from Zach Smith-Shelley, Peter Allen. Through 75, it's going to be very, very close for that second place. It is Neil Wiley who's going to come in with a body and a half length lead from Zach Smith-Shelley, and then Peter Allen. We'll wait for the confirmation of the result, and there we have it. And that brings us to the end of the men's 100 metres freestyle finals. Our next finals are for the women's 50 metres backstroke. I hand you over to my co-commentator.
And event 311 is the women's 10-11 years 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 1, from Wigan Best, was Niamh Mussell. In lane 2, from Southport, Eleanor Clark. Lane 3, from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Evie Clare. Lane 4, from Chorley Marlins, Olivia Edgar. Lane 5, from Aquabears, Gabrielle McCulloch. Lane 6, from Stretford, Eva Webb. Lane 7, from Oldham Aquatics, Laura David Catriano. And lane 8, from Preston, is Katie Worthington. And off they go. And the first 15 meters, a strong start from lane 7. Looks like lanes number 4 and 5 starting to take over. Lane 4 is Olivia from Chorley Marlins. Looks like she's just ahead now About half a body length, increasing that, and it will be lane 4, Olivia Edgar, who takes the win, followed by lane 5, Gabrielle, and lane 7, Laura David. Just wait for that result to be confirmed, as per the board. And we move on to event 312, which is the women's 12 years, 50-meter backstroke final. In lane 1, from Carnforth, is Charlotte Collinson. Lane 2, from Leyland Barracudas, is Olivia Ballard. Lane 3, from the city of Salford, is Alice Volkovoya. Lane 4, from Wigan Best, is Isabel Liptrot. Lane 5, from Wigan Best, is Hannah Lee. Lane 6, from City of Salford, is Katie Lee. Lane 7, from Stretford, is Lily Duke. Lane 8, from Preston, is Zara Mann. So, strong start from lane 4, Isabel Liptrot from Wigan Best. After 25 metres, a little bit of a lead from lane 3 and lane 5. And a Storman led by lane 1. But it looks like lane 4, Isabel, who's going to touch first. Lane 4, lane 3, lane 5, Isabel, Alice, and Hannah. And we just need to get that result confirmed. Result is confirmed, and we can move on to event 313, which is the women's 13 years, 50-meter backstroke final. In lane 1, from Wigan Best, is Layla Morris. In lane 2, from Burnley Bobcats, is Caitlin Wilson. Lane 3, from Flixton, is Abigail Turner. Lane 4, from Bolton Metro, is Lisa Barzaghi. Lane 5, from Wigan Best, is Lydia Swindle. Lane 6, from Leyland Barracudas, is Hannah Morris. Lane 7, from Leyland Barracudas, is Grace Lackey. And lane 8, from Prescott, is Lucy Parsons. A strong start from the middle lanes. Lanes 4 and 5, Lisa and Lydia, off to a strong start. Lane 6, Hannah Morris, also up in the early stages. And we come up with 5 meters to go. Looks like Lisa in lane 4. And lane 6 in for second place. Lisa Barzaghi gets it. Hannah Morris second. And Lydia Swindle third. Just need to get that result confirmed. Result confirmed, and we move on to event 314, the women's 14 years, 50-meter backstroke final. In lane 1, from Wigan Best, is Georgia Carroll. Lane 2, from City of Manchester Aquatics, Tilly Copeland. Lane 3, from Crosby, Sienna Renz. Lane 4, from Bolton Metro, is Holly Carnes. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Amy Crompton-Hesford. Lane 6 from Prescott, Anna Healy. Lane 7 from Southport, Jessica Pennifold. Lane 8 from Blackpool Aquatics is Peta Chilton. So off we go in the 14 years final. Really strong underwater from lane 2, Tilly Copeland from City of Manchester. Gives her a slight advantage at the 25-meter mark, but the middle 2 lanes are now starting to power their way through. Lanes 4 and 5. And then after that, anyone's guess, maybe lane 6. Looks like lane 5. With the touch, that's Amy Crompton-Hesford, Holly Carnes second, and Anna Healy in third. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. Result is confirmed as per the board. We move on to event 315, the women's 15 years 50-meter backstroke final. In lane 1, from the city of Salford, Hannah Camden. Lane 2, from Aquabears, Amari Hoch. Lane 3, from Burnley Bobcats, is Lucy Turner. Lane 4, from the city of Salford, Ruby McFarlane. Lane 5, from Bolton Metro, Georgina Bott. Lane 6, from Carnforth, Molly Moran. Lane 7, from Southport, Ella Falkingham. And lane 8 from Carnforth is Evie Sellers. And the 15-year-olds, off we go, and a good underwater phase from lane 5, Georgina Bott. Georgiana Bott gives her an early lead. Lane 7 as well, Ella Falkingham going well. And here comes lane 4, which is Ruby McFarlane coming through. And as we get towards the end, it's lane 4 or lane 7. Lane 4, Ruby McFarlane, Ella Falkingham. And in third place was lane 6, Molly Moran. Just need to wait for that result to be confirmed. It is, and we move on to event 316, which is the women's 16 years 50-meter backstroke. In lane 1, from Preston, is Catherine Waters. Lane 2, from Oldham Aquatics, Aliyah Day. Lane 3, from Preston, is Ella Williams. Lane 4, from Salford, is Lauren Bradley Holt. Lane 5, from City of Manchester Aquatics, Lucy Canavan. Lane 6, from Oldham Aquatics, is Ruby Mills. Lane 7, from Prescott, is Jessica Dealey. And lane 8, from Bury and Elton, is Emily McSharry. So, 16 years, age group, off they go in the 50-meter backstroke final. Good start from lane 1, Catherine Waters of Preston. Also the middle lane, lane 4, which is Lauren Bradley Holt. And as they move in with about 15 meters still to go, looks like lane 4 just at the edge, followed by lane 3. Lane 7 also. Oh, lane 4, lane 3, and lane 5. Lauren, Ella, and Lucy. Just wait for that result to be confirmed. It is, and we move on to our final of the evening, event of the afternoon. 317, the women's 17 years and over, 50 backstroke. In lane 1 from Southport, Lily Walwork. Lane 2 from Southport, Mia Smith. Lane 3 from Everton, Holly White. Lane 4 from City of Salford, Josephine Stevens. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Gabrielle Melbourne Smith. Lane 6 from the Isle of Man, Emma Hodgson. Lane 7 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Sophie Hart. And lane 8 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Leah Williams. So, 17 years and over, 50 backstroke final. Lane 5 using good underwaters to get going, but the 3 middle lanes are already ahead. Lanes 3, 4, and 5 at this point. Looks like lane 4, Josephine Stevens. Followed by lane 5 and lane 3. Who's going to get there? Josephine wins, Holly White second, and Gabrielle Melbourne Smith in third. There's your 1, 2, 3, lanes 4, 3, and 5. Just wait for the confirmation of that final result. Result confirmed as per the board. So, thank you for this morning's swimming and the warm-up times there in front of us.
All it leads us to is ask our technical officials to leave the pool deck. Officials leave the pool deck.